Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into the Tatsunoko vs. Capcom Netplay Community channel. If you're here, you're likely already interested in the game, so I'd like to spend some time and teach you about some of the basic fundamentals of TVC. This will help you better understand the game from the perspective of a spectator and a potential player. When it comes to getting around the screen, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom is something of a departure from the standard versus series fare. Mobility is more homogenized across the roster compared to other games. Every character in the roster has access to at least one jump and a horizontal air dash. You can only air dash across the x-axis, however, you can cancel an air dash with a jump at any time and change direction with another air dash. This allows for some creative feints and defensive retreat options, depending on the number of jumps your character has. Players of Arc Sys games like Guilty Gear and BlazBlue will likely feel right at home in TVC. Unlike air dashing, advanced mobility is a bit less intuitive. Forward wave dashes require you to double tap forward, let the stick rest back to neutral, and then cancel it with an up forward input. Fortunately, wave dashing backwards is as simple as holding down back and mashing all three attack buttons, so creating space between you and your opponent isn't much of a challenge. Offensive play is an area where any versus series veterans will require very little time to adjust and get comfortable. Magic Series combos are present and just as easy to perform as they are in any other versus game. Tag and assist mechanics are almost identical with some minor differences. Calling your assist is as simple as tapping the partner button. Raw tags are performed by holding back and then tapping the partner button. Mid-air exchanges can be performed with a quarter circle forward motion followed by tapping the partner button at the cost of 1 bar meter. Offensively speaking, the biggest departure from the other versus games is the use of red health as an offensive resource thanks to a mechanic known as the Baroque Cancel. Baroque Cancels are performed by pressing any attack button and the assist button together. Baroque is TVC's primary comeback mechanic, allowing you to cancel the animation of any move that isn't a super by sacrificing your red health. However, unlike X Factor, it can't be used to cancel block stuns, so don't get any ideas. Unsafe pressure strings can be cancelled to avoid and bait similarly unsafe punish attempts from your opponent. But Baroque isn't just about making moves safe. Depending on how much red health you sacrifice, you'll receive a damage buff that scales proportionately, so if you have a lot of red life laying around, you can really put the hurt on your opponent with an easy mid-combo cancel and kill them with almost no effort. Finally, Baroque has unique utility as a way to deny your opponent resources. Hits performed after a Baroque Cancel slash your opponent's meter gain on hit. It's a great way to kill an opponent's character and leave them with no resources to mount a good counter offense. One of the more important things versus series veterans should know about TVC is that character swaps on death can't act until they touch the ground. This means you're completely vulnerable to any incoming meaty setups your opponent has waiting for you. Beyond that, high-level defense in TVC is much more dependent on meter management and situational awareness than other versus games, chiefly because of its unique mechanic, Mega Crash. Mega Crash is a burst performed by pressing all three attack buttons and the partner button together. This allows you to escape from your opponent's combo at the cost of some green health and 2 bars of meter. While it may be tempting to burst out of a combo at the earliest opportunity, the green health penalty means you may well be doing more damage to yourself than you would by simply riding it out and letting your opponent finish. Additionally, you can't use Mega Crash to escape from supers, only normal attacks and special moves. As powerful as that may sound, Mega Crash isn't just a get-out-of-jail-free card. It can be baited and punished. As mentioned before, Baroque Cancels allow you to cancel any non-super move. If your opponent has the correct read, they can Baroque Cancel a move, bait you into bursting, block the knockback, and then immediately punish. Any special move with armor can also ignore the knockback of a Mega Crash. Beyond defense, Mega Crash does have some niche offensive utility. In situations where you're pressuring your opponent, if you whiff a move and your opponent moves to punish you, you can immediately burst their hit and start a new combo, albeit with extreme damage scaling. It does give you free red health to burn for Baroque, however, so you could still get good damage off of it. Aside from bursting out of combos, meter has other utilities while you're on the defensive. The crossover counter tag returns from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, performed by pressing forward and the partner button while you're in block stun. This consumes 1 bar of meter. Unlike Marvel, the vast majority of crossover counter tags in TVC aren't invincible on entry, so you'll need to feel out when using them as appropriate. If you manage to land a successful counter, you'll be rewarded with an opportunity to start a counter offense. Oh, and finally, don't rely on chicken blocking to save you in the corner in this game. Increased pre-jump frames compared to Marvel means you'll eat a hit more often than not. You'll need to know how to properly defend against high-low pressure and cross-up attempts when cornered. Holding up back won't save you. That about covers all the basics you'll need to know about TVC. If you have any character-specific questions or want to get started with playing the game, feel free to join our Discord community through the invitation link in the video description below. Please hit the like or dislike button and leave us a comment. Honestly, we would love to hear your feedback. This entire effort has been a product of passion and love for our game. If there's any way we can make this more interesting to you, by all means, tell us. And if you'd like to see more TVC content, such as tournament replays and more helpful videos, hit the subscribe button. And finally, thank you for watching.